Alright guys, so like we're on another episode of The Corner here. We're like on the horse thingy here, riding, delivering some moonshine, and I got my co-companion, co-host here, Troy Trustrup. What's up, Troy? How are you doing?
Yeah, it's good to be back on one of these trade routes, and I'm just here to lend an observatory piece, like an I mean more of an observatory capacity here rather than a defensive capacity, because as you can see. Oh, he doesn't really need my gun, but I'm just here to make sure that things fly all right in the eyes of the law, or at least as right as they can
Right.
when you are delivering moonshine with OB.
Alright. Um. Right, man. So like people are like talking about like how insane it was living at this time. As you were like saying earlier, that you could just walk into a gun shop and say, "Yo, man, like give me like 8 Colt Navies and 8,000 rounds of ammo," and
Yeah,
nobody would be called, right? But that was the norm back in the day.
yeah.
Speaking about like Colt Navies, it reminds me of like one of the most famous gun shop scenes in movie history. You
Yeah,
know, have you seen like the Good, Bad, and Ugly?
yeah,
The
yeah.
Clint
A long
Eastwood,
time ago.
and there you like have the scene where like Tuco the Ugly goes into the gun shop,
Can we
and
talk about this later? I want to like just hear this
all right,
dialogue.
like other humans, like different planets. Like you've been sampling the shine? Jesus. Maybe one too many times.
What are they doing?
Other humans.
they're checking the wagon.
I don't actually think I've ever
To California? I heard
noticed the dialogue in this mission.
Yeah.
I wonder what it is I've caught.
Well, like the dialogue is like between two of the other revenue agents, not between. I don't know. It's fucking weird.
No, I mean, is this like some kind of customs or something? Fucking weird.
Yeah, it is the Internal Revenue Service.
Oh, the tax
Yeah.
authority.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Well, that
revenue
is.
or revenue men, I guess, like you call it. And they're like just checking the goods that we are like delivering.
Yeah.
Most likely, they will be letting us through anyways because they also like shine.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Well,
so
that makes sense.
where were we? Like, yeah, the Tuco scene from The Good, Bad, and Ugly. Um, how realistic do you think that was?
Mm, you mean
Because, like, he
the
takes.
last one
Uh,
where they stand in a triangle?
no, I'm talking about, like, the gun shop scene where Tuco goes into a gun shop after having been freed, and he just grabs the whiskey bottle and a gun that he has assembled himself after having, like, disassembled, like, a bunch of different revolvers. Um, uh, and uh, and put it together for his like super gun or whatever.
Man, it's like 10 years ago that I watched, or almost like 8 years ago since I watched the movie, so I don't even remember it.
Oh man, um, you should just like Google it while we're on this road here, and then you can like see it meanwhile.
No.
Um, or I could just talk about it. That's also fine. Are you googling it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's such an epic scene, man. Holy crap.
To go scene.
Tuco gun shop scene. Such an epic scene.
Oh yeah, there.
You can mute me or whatever while I like talking about. Anyway, so yeah, like we've just been like doing this while he's like watching that. I can just explain what's happening here. We are delivering 20 bottles of moonshine to the Rhodes Parlor House, and then we will be paid for that. Troy will also get some money for it.
Yeah, that is my payment for the previous. What was that mission actually called? The wave mission.
Call to arms.
Call to arms, where I died, and actually, despite having purchased a bunch of fucking ammo and medical items, for which of course I need to be compensated. So this is my compensation.
Right. That's some steep compensation, man. Like 4 years of normal salary in 1890.
Well, man's gonna live.
Yeah.
Man's gonna live. And not just live, but live like a king.
Right. There we are. Moonshine delivered. Are you watching the scene?
Yeah. But do we need to do anything?
No.
No.
I feel like it's like so good when it comes in there, like just saying like revolvers.
No.
Epic shit.
Wow, this fucking swipes the fucking
Yeah,
tape.
yeah, like revolvers. It's just being a complete douchebag.
Wow.
Some epic shit.
Back again? Happy to have you.
Some epic shit, man. Revolvers.
That gun seems to be well taken care of. Well, if that gun ain't shining, glad you take care of what's yours.
Man, I don't remember Tuco's the ugly one, right?
Yeah, he is.
Good to see.
And Goldie is the good, and then the bad one is that guy in the black.
Blondie is the good one.
Yeah, yeah. But the guy in black is the
I'm
bad.
quite skilled
Yeah.
in customization. Make your munitions yours. Make sure you got enough rounds for it.
But yeah, epic scene that you talked about, like the triangle there in the end as well. If Ennio Morricone, Ecstasy playing in the
Glad you
background.
take care of what's yours.
Yeah.
That gun seems to be well taken care of. Well, if that gun ain't shining, glad you take care of what's yours.
How long is that scene?
It's 6
Got a fine
minutes.
weapon?
Damn.
I can make it even finer if you're interested.
You know, it was like shot in
There's lots I can do to get that weapon just to your
in Spain.
specifications.
Yeah, because he's also like testing it out afterwards.
Yeah.
Drinking rum or whiskey, whatever, while.
Yeah, taking the poor man's bottle there.
Jesus. But yeah, I mean, it probably was like it was actually in the real Wild West as well.
Yeah, I think
Except
so too.
that he's a little bit eccentric, but yeah.
A little bit eccentric.
Yeah, to put it mildly.
No man. Yeah, that is to put it mildly. But yeah, again, like I can't like stress like how much I like that scene. Tell me when he's like done and like out there trying out the guns.
Yeah, that is already done.
All right. So he has built it.
Yeah, right. Oh boy.
I wonder. Is it done?
Yeah.
Man, you gotta tell me. Like, so what did you think?
Yeah, pretty good.
But yeah, I was like going to like say like that when he puts together his gun there, right? It is essentially multiple Colt Navies that he's using to make a
shit.
gun. I don't know if you captured that. Oh, like what I just said.
Oh my god, some dude fucking hunted the saloon where I was and
Yeah.
killed me. Landolfi's posse stabbed me with a hunting knife.
Wow, for a dickhead.
Why did he do that?
Because he's a dickhead?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, so like what I was like saying that it was multiple Colt Navy revolvers that he was putting together to one. So it wouldn't be impossible to do it. It would be like completely possible because a Colt actually made their weapons at this time where the movie takes place to fit each other if it was the correct caliber and the correct version, correct model and stuff. So then it would actually be possible to take different parts from the navies and make a gun.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, huh?
Damn.
I kind of like that feature.
Yeah.
I really did. I don't know about you, man, but yeah. So like, there's like so many cool shit about like this movies that takes place in this time. It is just, yeah, I don't know. Like it's just something that like really fascinates me. The time that it takes place and shit. What
You
about
should
you?
join that server, Discord server that I'm in. The history of American culture. No, just history of America.
Yeah, for sure, man.
There's also a lot from that time period, 19th century.
Yeah. That is cool. Really, really cool time. And yeah. Can't say that enough.
Definitely.
Well, where are you, man? We're gonna do a bounty?
I'm still in Rhodes.
You're gonna do a bounty?
Yeah. No, another moonshine.
We can't do it that fast, but I can like start. We can do another delivery if you want.
Yeah, we'll do a delivery.
That's fine. In the meantime, though, You can choose the next subject for us to talk about on this Epic the Corner episode.
Oh, are you still recording?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
That's
God.
why I was like, fuck,
God,
you're not
God.
talking, you're like...
God help the listeners of this episode.
Yeah,
Jesus.
whatever, man. It's spontaneous.
Like, I don't know. Like, I apologize to everybody who's listening to this because, sure, I enjoy the talking a little bit, but I'm not as enthused as I would normally be because I was out
You're alcohol fatigue?
out partying yesterday, and today I'm just like you know, have the usual alcohol hangover. Just what it is, you know. You go out, you drink, you have a hangover. What's new about that?
Everything.
What's special about that?
Everything.
That was actually a question.
No, nothing is like really special about that. I mean, like you want that.
I mean, that has been the case all the way back to the 19th century as well.
Yeah.
When Arthur Morgan and Lenny, what is his name? Lenny, can't remember. What is his surname?
I don't think that Lenny has a surname. Maybe he does.
Yeah, he has. I just don't remember it.
Oh, it's irrelevant.
No, it's not. Lenny Red Dead. Lenny Summers!
You
Lenny
need to
Summers,
fast travel
right.
to camp, Mano.
His name is Lenny Summers, so yeah. And my point is just that, like, people have been getting drunk and intoxicated and have had hangovers ever since mankind has existed. So, and what happens when you have a hangover? You are just automatically not as enthused as you were the night before.
Right.
That is simple fucking physics.
Yeah.
That is fact. That is fact.
Right,
And that's probably the most important thing I can leave you guys who are still listening to this with.
You need to fast travel to camp, bro.
Okay.
Because it's like you want the money or not. Sorry for like being a dickhead there.
But the good thing, but that's exactly the point. The good thing about these fatigue states is that you also care much less about, you know, for instance, Pat just like fucking rushing me there, but it doesn't get to me because I'm like, you know, whatever. I take it in my own like whether you say you need to get here fast or not. That doesn't fucking matter to me because I'm just like fucking. Yeah, okay, sure. I'll fast travel, but I'm not gonna fucking speed up.
Alright, yeah.
I'm not gonna speed up.
It's a
I'm just
question,
gonna do
man, like-
my own fucking pace
We won't like,
because I'm not hyped up on coffee.
we were like, I haven't drinking coffee today. We were talking about like a little bit earlier, but before we started recording about Talisker whiskey.
Yeah,
And,
which town should I go to, by the way?
You need to fast travel to camp.
Alright.
And I found a Talisker 41-year-old on Amazon. Can
Oh.
you guess the price for a 41-year-old Talisker bottle?
Probably
Grab some stew.
$40.
Grab some stew, man. Grab some stew, man. Okay, we're just gonna start
$40.
it. Just gonna
You know,
start it.
saying that 100 times doesn't make me do it any faster.
Alright. No, man. It's way, 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 way higher than $40. You want to know the answer?
Yeah.
It's 100 times that.
Damn.
It's 4,000 euros for a 41-year-old bottle of Talisker.
Oh dear.
That was like some crazy shit. But you know, like it is a good whiskey, and like whoever has made this back in the day, really
How
knew what
old
the fuck
is
they were
it?
doing. Like the one that I'm drinking, Talisker Storm is a mix because like the Storm doesn't have like an age. It is single malt, but it's a mix of the other single malt whiskies of Talisker. So who knows? Like it might be like a mix of like 41-year-old Talisker in there. I just don't know it.
You know, like I actually talked to a whiskey expert when I was in Frankfurt in a little shop or a medium-sized shop, and we asked him about like what age he prefers, and then he actually says there's a general consensus or general acceptance that the best whiskey is usually between 30 to 35 years because more than that it also starts to get sour and well it's just I mean 40 is probably still better than slave whiskey, but it's not as good as the 30 to 35-year-old whiskey.
So that's the one that you want if you
Yeah.
want it. Yeah. Wow. You want to get on the wagon? Other way,
yeah.
man. No, you're running the wrong way. You're running into the forest. There we go. That's so funny, man. But man, like imagine like how old of a profession it has been to distill whiskey.
No. That's crazy shit, man.
It's noble. I mean, like I wish that I was like born into like a whiskey distilling family or something like that. Because it's just
Yeah.
something about, you know, like doing like a trade skill in a family business and handing it down to the younger generations.
Yeah,
Like
man.
you're building a legacy, right?
Yeah, like actually, like fucking Dennis, one of my friends, who's a farmer, and like they have the fucking huge, I don't know how many fucking acres, but probably hundreds of acres that they have in southern Denmark, and now they just built a fucking house, all from the ground up, with the fucking most expensive marble countertops and the huge flat screen TVs and fucking they're going to make a lake out to the left of their front porch, like really fucking apparently really profitable, probably because of Corona as well, that they profited on that. But yeah, and he's gonna move in there now.
Wow.
Into that house, but of course it requires that he tends to the farm.
Yeah.
So
of
it's kind of
course.
like the flip side with it is that he has to do the farming shit forever.
Yeah, but still, you know, like it's still honor in that.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
he
it is.
is-
But the problem is he hates it. He fucking hates the shit. He hates the work.
Why?
I don't know.
Huh.
Well, I mean, I don't know. He doesn't hate the work. He's just like he would rather do other shit.
Yeah, well then he's free to do other shit, right?
No, he's not.
Why not?
Because, like, the farming takes fucking 10, 12 hours a day.
Then he can just quit.
No, because then he's without nothing. And then he doesn't, like, then all the family legacy falls apart.
Yeah, man. That is.
You can't simply quit. So that's
that-
the flip side.
That is the backside of capitalism's chains.
Yeah, or no, not even capital, like the family business. That's the flip side of being in a family business.
Yeah.
You are bound to the fucking
bound to
family
the
business. Even if you don't want to. Or no, like yeah, I mean, I guess he fucking accepts it, but the problem is also you can't do what do you otherwise like to do?
Nah, because like farming takes a long time, but I mean like farming can't be a full-time job the whole year, can it?
Yes, absolutely it can.
Really?
And like in the summer it is crazy busy, and in the winter they have all kinds of machines that need to be fucking repaired.
Wow. That's pretty cool, man.
So yeah,
So-
it's nuts.
Is there a family business in your family?
No,
Has there ever
Ma-
been?
like I don't know, maybe like my name is Steuernagel, which in English means tax nail, and my uncle usually philosophizes that my family were a bunch of tax assessors who would go around and nail the tax slips onto people's front doors and collect in order to collect it.
So you were the German IRS.
Yeah, basically.
Wow.
But I don't know if that story has any validity to it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. There hasn't been any family business in my family either. It
No.
has been run down generations, unfortunately.
I mean, nothing that I'm a part of either. Anyway, either.
Yeah. I do
So,
have
yeah,
some
that-
interesting. I do have some interesting stories, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like my father's criminal family. I bet
Damn.
you didn't see that coming, huh? Or you probably
No,
did.
you have told me about that before.
Yeah. Yeah, well, like my father's brother, or one of his brothers, he, for instance, used to have his own construction company. I think he still does. But then, like he decided for some reason to say, like, fuck it. After having been tasked with building a town's police station, he was like thinking like, yeah, government money, county money, right? So
Yeah.
I can just keep this build the construction project going indefinitely and just cash in the money without doing anything and move to Gran Canaria. That didn't butt so well, since like it was like court, it was actually fucking jail time and shit, and a hefty fine. So big that he couldn't even like sit in his own house. So he was forced to rent for the rest of his life
No.
in order to pay this down. So it's a lesson to you guys out there that crime doesn't always pay. Unfortunately. His son again did also some shit. He did some insurance fraud, sinking like $100,000 boat, and then trying to collect in on the insurance.
No.
They found out it was sabotage, since a boat doesn't just burn itself.
No, that's no, that makes sense.
So he also went to jail for a short amount of time for insurance fraud. And that's that, I guess. Like I have to say about that. I don't know like that many criminals. You know many criminals? Troy? Troy? Okay, let me ask you this then. If you were a criminal, or had to be a criminal, what kind of criminal would you be?
I don't know. What kind of criminals are there?
Bank robber, murderer, serial killer, financial fraud, you like the swindled banks or whatever. A white collar criminal, I guess you would call it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This is a difficult question. Like, I don't want, like I wouldn't want to be neither, because being a criminal is tough on your stomach.
How so?
You gotta constantly you gotta constantly be paranoid, have the fear of being detected.
Yeah, but you'll get over that.
No,
You don't think so?
I don't think any criminal truly ever gets over that.
Huh. Damn. Yeah, that's not something you're gonna live with.
No.
Killing here. What?
I shot him before you were able to shoot him in the head.
Alright. There's many here, man. Holy shit.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, deliver the goods at least. Goods were sold.
Damn.
You should get a ton of money now, man.
More money in the bank.
More money in the bank. Money in the bank. Right.
So tell me, if you had like if you in this game had $89 billion and you saw $500 tick in, and then you heard some automated robot say, "More money in the bank," would you bat an eye?
No. Shit, no. I would be like, what? Because like that would be such a microscopic amount to the only available like 90 million, right?
Yeah.
So no, man. Like I barely bat an eye now when I just got like $600 in for that trade delivery, because I have like $16,000 in this game. And I
Damn.
bought every clothing that I can, every gun modification that I can, every expansion DLC that I can.
Yeah.
So the only thing that I'm spending money on is like potions and ammo,
Yeah.
and that's it.
And now imagine, like, imagine this is the way it would be in real life. How boring would that be?
Well, that would be boring, but in real life you would also have like a lot more shit that you could do with your money than in 1899.
You mean no? You mean in the game?
Yeah,
Because I believe there would be a lot of shit to do in 1899.
yeah, but with money, I don't know. Alright guys, that's it for that episode. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, share, and sub to this motherfucking episode. Peace out.